Let's play Two Truths and a Lie. Since this is pre-recorded, I'll go first. 1. I beat Nickelodeon star Casey Simpson from Nicky, Ricky, Dickie, and Don in Novice Original Oratory. 2. My favorite color is red. And 3. My parents are ex-Hutterites. Any guesses? It's the color. And yeah, my parents are ex-Hutterites. And I already know what you're thinking. What's a Hutterite? Is it like an Amish person? Will Ancestry.com tell me if I'm a Hutterite? Today, let's learn the truth of what it really means to be a Hutterite. First, we will look at the cultural basics of the Hutterite lifestyle before finally, we will examine how one can join and leave the colony. Chances are, if you aren't from the Midwest, the term Hutterite may be foreign to you. But why isn't everyone blessed with homemade pot pies? It starts with persecution. According to the Canadian Encyclopedia in 2019, Hutterites are a sect of Anabaptists who were subjected to persecution. They immigrated from Germany during the late 1800s and settled predominantly in the Dakota Territory because of the free land due to the Homesteader Act. Since settling the Great Plains, the Hutterites have grown to over 500 different colonies and 50,000 different members. Hutterites are communal people, meaning that everyone in the colony has a role to keep it running smoothly. Females heavily pick on what a 1950s white man would see as woman's work, while males as young as 5 work in farming, livestock, and construction. These roles essentially stick around for the rest of these individuals' lives, preparing them for the responsibility of keeping the colony going. But if endless hours of physical labor isn't your cup of tea, you can always choose to further your education. The educational experience in the colony is a lot different from the one we see in our public schools. For example, high school is not required, so most individuals just go up to the 8th grade. But from kindergarten to 5th grade, their schedule is the exact same. 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day is learning German, math, and science, while 4 to 6 every day is the English language. But this isn't the only thing that's different from our regular lives. Regardless of how reliant society has become on technology, Hutterites keep it simple and avoid any new technological updates. Although certain people in power are armed with a flip phone, smart devices and entertainment pieces are generally not allowed, meaning that they don't waste hours on end binge watching Too Hot to Handle on Netflix. The lack of distractions make it easy for people to tend to their tasks, outlining a huge part of the Hutterite work ethic. What makes Hutterites stand out? Simple, language and dress. As I stated earlier, children are subjected to learn German, being that it's spoken roughly 95% of the time in the colony. But their form of communication isn't the only thing that diversifies them. Their clothing is something that constantly sets them apart in a sea of people. Females are always wearing a full-length dress going down to the ankles with a cloth holding their hair back, while males are always wearing some kind of patterned shirt with khaki-like pants and suspenders. On top of that, the Hutterites sew all of their own clothes to accommodate with their modest lifestyle. If you're just dazzled by this way of life, there's good news for you. You could join a colony. Although making the switch to the Hutterite lifestyle is a difficult one, select colonies have the opportunity open for qualified candidates. That includes someone who has never had a divorce, are willing to give up their career and all personal property, as well as remove all piercings. The list only goes on. Sounds fun, right? It's not for everybody. That's why some people choose to leave the colony after being born into it. The guidelines for leaving are a lot different than most people would expect, being that there are none. That's right, in order to leave, you find yourself a ride and you're out. Being that escaping the colony is genuinely frowned upon, most people try to be as secretive as they can about their departure, so a quick goodbye to their parents does the job. But if the person decides that the outside world isn't their speed, they can always choose to rejoin the colony as long as they don't marry a non-Hutterite. So today, we learned what it really means to be a Hutterite. First, we looked at the cultural basics of the Hutterite lifestyle, before finally we examined how one can join and leave the colony. Although my parents' Hutterite experience sets up a lot of fun games of 2 truths and a lie, it is true that I beat a professional child actor. My favorite color is yellow, and Ancestry.com will not tell you if you're an ex-Hutterite. Thank you.